rest till it's working. Or close as it gets. It's wicked, you break it, you build it again. That's the rhythm you're motherfucking living in. Shove and kill.
Stream Elements said, ZeusMagoose is now live. Streaming software and game development. Day 17. Building a AAA jungle in Unity Palm Tree. AI-assisted devlog.
You know exactly what time it is.
The one, the only
ZeusMagoose.
ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose.
All the motherfucking things you can do, all the wild fucking thoughts you produce. When you break out the cage and you burn through the fuse, you start thinking like Zeus. ZeusMagoose.
Tell your friend.
You better stop thinking like
Zeus.
ZeusMagoose.
ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose. Zeus.
ZeusMagoose.
ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose.
ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose.
ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose.
ZeusMagoose. ZeusMagoose.
ZeusMagoose. Yeah. ZeusMagoose.
Bum. 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 It's not really good bopping to the music, but still trying. Alright. Good morning. That's what I have to say. Because it's good morning. Look! Zach Braff is hanging. Look at Zach Braff. Doing his Zach Braff thing. I spent a lot of time back and forth with Gemini yesterday trying to get this to work. And by this to work, I mean... I'll just show you. Oh, wait. Let me change up this music so people don't kill me. Alright. Let me just show you. Oh, TikTok. TikTok, how you yearn for my attention. We're going to save that. So PSD in there, why not? And we're going to close out of Photoshop because we don't need Photoshop. Really don't need Chrome either. And I should be going on TikTok off my computer, but what are you going to do? Turn that off. Okay. Can't do with AI. Alright. Okay. Oh, did I change it properly? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Great. So, let me just jump into it right now. I'm going to end up showing you what's going on, what the issue is, and what I'm trying to do here. My character is having a jolly old time on this branch, but going the wrong way. I can almost... There we go. I can break out of it, but then I get stuck in this falling animation. Not the end of the world. The falling animation I have to fix. I have to figure out how to ensure that when I land, it always lands and doesn't stay in this fall loop. Like, it exits the fall loop. Then, I am trying to make sure that this camera stays in place and the character does not rotate like that. So, as you can imagine, the whole point is that the character would be able to jump, grab, swing away. But right now, the character jumps, does a seesaw motion back and forth, and every time I press space, finds some trouble with it. So, anyway, to fix this landing animation, I'm pretty sure I can activate a different animation sequence. And that can end... Nope. So that's kind of broken right now. My fall loop animation is kind of broken. Wonder if going into water will help. I don't think it will help. No. Ophi! No. Yeah, I know, but like, you gotta stay out and hang out a little bit. Baby, you gotta stay out and hang out. Come here. Come here. Hi, baby. What is it? What is it? Oh. Baby wants attention. Okay. How you feeling? How you feeling? Happy Thursday, huh? You happy? You Thursday? Or are you Ophelia? Oh, baby likes that. Baby likes her name. This is supposed to be about my game, and now this is about my cat. This is about my cat. Ah. Sorry, everybody. Oh, baby. Those are big kisses for you. Big kisses. How about you just sit and chill while I work? Okay, you can do that, but I need that. Cool. You can chill there. This is perfect. You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave. You could just chill. You could just chill. Okay. I say this is perfect, and yet I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so I have to fix the animation when I'm leaving the fall loop animation. And when I was last working with this, I was telling it that I need to fix this looping problem, which took me probably the better half of 6 hours yesterday to tweak and figure out after I got off the stream. I worked late into the night, on occasion checking in on this, and I got it finally to a point where, well, based on the suggestion of chat, I like this guy. I think that's who that was yesterday that came into the stream. Based on their suggestion of separating the camera script from the swing controller or the main script, was the best advice I got, even though it took me several hours after that to actually accomplish the goal. But it did make sense because I need the camera to operate independently. The camera can't just be like fully attached to the player and dependent on the player's movements, but we can set parameters, is my thought, to ensure that the player's movements are just, can dictate what the camera does from time to time, or in-game events will trigger the camera to do something as opposed to the camera is just attached to this player. But the camera does have a natural attachment to the player, but it can detach or stop doing whatever it's doing. So conceptually, that's where I was going with the whole thing. What I'm doing now is because of that, I was able to finally work with Gemini to get the script to allow the character to to create an interaction in which I have an animation in which the player model attaches to the branch and can swing. The goal is to have that swing be more of a perpetual swing. Hi, Ophi. Have it be more of a perpetual swing, and the camera would be kind of stabilized, but like maybe a little bit of movement. And then you could release and then go flying and jumping or whatever, right, Ophi? That's kind of, yeah. So once I'm able to do it, because I would say I'm very close to accomplishing that. Once I'm able to do that, I can tweak my animations so that I have so that it looks like it's supposed to look, kind of like when the vine, like you're climbing the vines. The problem is my vine stuff, I think, is falling apart with every iteration because I'm almost in a new conversation and almost 100,000 tokens away from being done with this one. I mean, which is going to suck, but then which means I have to prompt it probably in the next hour or so to give me a prompt to take to my next conversation and start over, which is a lot of work. Ophi, you're very soft. Very soft today. Your fur is nice. You're in a good mood. You're hanging out. Can you just chill? Just hang? Cool. Love you, girlie. Okay. So, I have to keep working, baby. But I can probably afford to show you. There. It's kind of silly that you're there, but it's cool that you're there. I love you. I love you, Ophi. Oh, I love you, Ophi, baby. I love you, baby. Ah. What? You're taking from my streaming time, but you're so cute. Okay. Voila. So, working on that. And while I'm working on that, my cat will be right there for a little while. Until she decides she's done waiting. Seeking attention or something. Okay, this is the seamless gymnast baseline fix. Generic direction. We've updated the code to calculate. So it's kind of weird because I think however it's calculating it, it's like, okay, based off the cylinder's shape. And it's like, kind of not really, because the shape is rotated. I don't want a momentum surge yet. Let me reword this, or not reword this, but add a couple more things to it. Consider that the cylinder branch is rotated This is a complicated thought. Consider that the cylinder branch is rotated when the player grabs onto the cylinder. I want it to be perpendicular to the surface, right? Is that perpendicular to the surface when the surface is like this? Or because that's not, I'm trying to say, so this is the cylinder in the, oh god, I don't know if I'm saying it right, and I think I'm gonna mess this up, but I do think it is almost working, but I also believe the player. Oh no, not perpendicular. Players' hands need to be parallel when they attach to the cylinder. Parallel. So the hands would be here in the cylinder. And they would follow the surface of the need to be parallel when they attach the cylinder. They would follow the surface of the object to swing around the branch and then let go and then release the grab to I think it knows what I'm asking it. The problem is how it's going to end up producing it. So, what I'm trying to get it to do is not that complicated. Oh, look at her turn. You're so cute. Yeah. It feels complicated. But, considering I went from like 500,000 tokens yesterday. Just a little bit. You could probably. Yeah, that's better. From 500,000 tokens to another 300,000 into today. I'm just grateful the way that it works right now, because the way that it works right now is much more impressive than it was before. Before it was not working. In fact, the camera would lose its mind. not lose its mind, but the camera would follow the flipping. So it would try to do the flip, but then the camera would be like, and genuinely got nauseating. I'm making a game, but it made me a little sick a couple of times. I was like, alright. I had to stop. Alright, here we go. The Gymnast Perfection Reset. The character's shoulder line is not lining up with the bar line. It wobbles or stops. Well, not necessarily, because it's rocking perpendicular right now, and it's a bam, bam, bam. We are implementing stance force alignment. The moment you catch the branch, The code physically twists your character's body so the shoulders are perfectly parallel to the branched mesh. This locks you to the only 360-degree swing path. Okay. This better work. Swing branch. Updated swing controller with hard alignment. This better not screw up my other swing controller stuff. Looks like it might have. Okay, wait. Branch. Rotation. Wait, no. It's green, I guess? Yeah, it's green. Select your horizontal branch. Look at the local transform arrows. Wait. Looks like Y, green is the axis. Okay, let's see how this works. Oof. A little anxious about what it did to my code. For instance, my directional left and right doesn't work again. Almost. So that's cool. That was almost it. Some things we need to tweak, but climbing up the vines doesn't work. I need to write this down. Oh god. Wait. We're getting so close. We're getting very close to that. Wait. Oh god, that looks like it. Okay. Okay. Right now, I'm just closer, but the character is just bouncing. Like elastic. Basically, when I run, press space to jump. It's almost. But it's kind of working. Look at that. So, I'm trying my best here, but I'm pretty thrilled that I'm seeing something kind of like I want to see it. Like that. Like, that's very close. That's not what I want, but it is this... Look, it's rotating automatically, right, on the swing, so that's great, but none of my input changes it. It's holding on its own right now, which is kind of a problem. Although it's not the biggest problem. It looks great. But let me mess with the component here. Zach Braff. .4. That's what I was thinking. Okay, great. 01. 1.2. Is it 1.2? Loop momentum. 5. Oh! 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 Cannot even comprehend, because I haven't tweaked these. The reason I don't tweak these is because it makes them, and it's like, it just doesn't help me. Oh my god. It's just seeing it do it is so fucking cool right now. Wait a minute. So 1.2 is fine. I'm gonna say 1.6. Nope, not 1.6. 1.1. 1.1 for right now. Not 1.2. Nope. 1.3. Nope. 1.2. Nope. 1.17. I do have to remember these numbers though. So 1.2, 1, 1.7, 11, 12, 11, 2. Let's see what it says here. Actually, let's not see what it says here. but it forced me to check into tweaking the component parameters and found a sweet spot where proper loop at the right. I can make it do a proper loop at the right. So, basically it looks how I want it to. I think this is this is as close to working as we have it, except my directional keys are fucked still. Skateboarding. Love skateboarding. Had a skateboard. Did it. Boom. Climbing. Need to fix the climbing. Can we just go across the whole map? It's weird. Okay. And animation needs to be fixed, but so close. God. It's not quite doing it. I had it where I was working with it exactly. That was it. That was fucking it. That's kind of it? That was kind of it. That's not it. Yeah, that's not it. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we're going to get out of this. Then I really do have to keep track of repairing how I climb up the vines, interact with the vines, and the rails are fine. Oh, the jumping animation. But once I can figure this part out, I can go back and fix all that, I think. Match my primitive cylinder. Cool. Let's see if this works. primitive sync. Before I do this, let me stop the game. Always encouraging to see my own message there. Swing branch, right? Swing controller, we'll try this. Total rad. Oh, radius. I was gonna say. Total rad doesn't exist in context. It's like, I get that. Also, climbing the vines doesn't work properly anymore. What happens when I grab a vine? It just extends forever, and I cannot actually move up or down. As opposed to having a finite bottom of the strand at all. The key stroke is recognized, but the keystroke is recognized. Climb up the vine, but the keystroke is recognized because the animation takes place. Gotta make sure we dig back to find what made our vine climb so good. And then what I'm gonna do, I haven't even tried the bouncy pad. I forgot that the bouncy pad might not be working, because that would be really frustrating, but I don't think that's the case. But I want to send it, let's see, send it vine, I think, not swing branch, slide vine, no, swing controller. I mean, let's do that too, traversal controller. Send those three. Alright, normal token usage right now. We're nearing the end of this session, and I have to probably prompt it for a new starter conversation prompt, so that I keep most of what I'm doing here, and then I have to report it back to Claude probably. I don't need Mixamo right now. I have this almost working, so we'll see if I can get it to actually work. Oh god. Coffee is everything. Would love to minimize that, thank you. Alright, traversal camera. Because maybe that's gonna change it. We are solving the Vine logic crisis. It is a bit of a crisis because that was one of the core components of the game that was working and it should be working, so I should figure that out. Restored and unified swing controller. Okay, hopefully that actually works where it identifies the branch properly there. And the climbing. I mean, the climbing is a big one. Hitting a vine or a branch now physically turns off. That's an interesting one, and I don't know if I want that to happen, but we're going to see. Okay, so we're back to running and grab, or running properly and turning. this kind of works. This works mostly how I hoped it would. Right, so then... it almost works properly. When it bunches up, it moves that down too much, or it moves that too much in place, or is it getting caught to me now? No. Alright, I have to fix that, but at least the climbing is returned. This I need to... oh god, yes, I know I need to do all that. Alright, let's see how this works. Oh! It looked like it was doing it! It looked like it actually did the thing. Wait. That was cool that I jumped off of the branch, and now that gives me an idea that that could be a way to do it. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. That is almost there? I can go the other way. Okay. It's gonna force the momentum. Okay, so interesting. Interesting. How do I describe it? Because it works, but it's not there, but it's almost there. Holy shit. Climbing is back, baby. Okay. Okay, so vine climbing is back, but we need to tweak it. We will tweak it. We will revisit. Did you throw up? Okay. We need to tweak this. We'll revisit this on ASAP shortly. No. I want to perfect the vine grabbing. Nope. Branch swinging. Can you explain how the camera chooses its positioning when the branch is grabbed? I also need to make sure the it's working properly when I press shift to grab a branch. It grabs it and holds automatically. That I can use directional buttons to freely swing and increase momentum for more powerful loops, and also change direction without being forced to go along. Let's see. I need to ask how it chooses its position, how it grabs it automatically, use directional, increase the momentum for more powerful loops, and all such. Alright, that should give it just the right tweaks to get it there, and then once I get that part down, I don't think I'll have to work too much more to get the vines working how they used to work. And then what I can do, what I can do, this is supposed to slow me down too, I believe. Hopefully it does. What I can do is I can get my prompt going for the next one. It does slow me down. Okay, that's good. So that looks cool so far, as it usually does. Okay, there's some... Okay. I'm confused by that. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty much what I'm going for, but that's really it. It's just the body positioning's fucked. And then when I change directions, it feels like it's forced. And then before let me actually tweak what I said here. It also seems to be affecting the way that the grind is happening on the curved rail. Everything to it. Alright, whatever. And what I'm gonna do here real quick is double check some of my settings for ZagBref when he gets up there. Let's see. Naturally. I mean, it seems to be doing all the right things. Let me try that. And then what I really want to do, before I get my prompt to get out, is to have it update all the components that I have so that they have proper, easy to understand descriptors. So I can go in there and just be like, what is this supposed to do? Alright. So it's like, it's almost there. You can see it's in position. It's just grabbing by the feet, which is fine because at some point I would love for it to grab by the feet. But for right now... Oh, wait. I thought that would. Okay, not 5. Nope, not point. It is roughly 1, I think. Let's say it's 0.7. Jungle Acrobat. I mean, it's like, that's a waste of tokens. It's like, this is the update. If somebody came back to you every time and they were like, oh my god, you look like you need enthusiasm. Like, yeah, maybe, but not that much enthusiasm, please. Hold back a little bit. Alright. We're addressing the 3 pillars: camera logic, direction, momentum control, and professional stance alignment. It's like a performance review. How the camera works. When you grab a branch, the code calls state. Okay, that makes a little sense. Left shift to grab. Okay, alright. Well, hopefully that doesn't get a little complicated for me, because everything's going to get a little complicated for me. Excuse me. Forces up vector. Okay. Oh god, it's going to break something. It always breaks something when it does that. It didn't actually. Holy shit. I lied. Truncated this. It. Please ensure you are only making necessary tweaks. Thanks. And I have to soon prepare it for the end of our conversation, which is like closing in on us terrifyingly fast. Let me double check that, actually. It is 1 million. Yeah, so I'm just shy of 200,000 tokens. I have to be careful because I will run out of conversation and my life will be very sad about this. But I haven't consulted with Claude in a while, and I really should, because Claude can fix some of these problems. Like, what I found is when I have an issue where I'm constantly going in circles trying to kind of tweak and perfect how this works, or something works, and I hit this circular problem of, oh, how the fuck do I get it to work? I bring it to Claude, and Claude's like, this is your problem. And I'm like, tell me more. And they're like, let's do... Give me the whole file, replace it, boom. Everything works. But it is a last resort, and we'll see if I end up needing it for this case. I needed it here for this vine so that these poison bushes would be able to catch basically onto anything. Not just the vine, but basically onto anything that they drop into. So this one that's floating in the air actually catches onto one of those vines, like a hanging vine. These sit on vine rails, and inevitably, when I get this working, I'll have poison bushes on this too. Or some kind of poisonous hazards, or like some hazard like bees. Bees. Alright, let's see. 2 specific compiler errors while restoring the professional climbing logic and smooth branch loop. Red errors. This replaces the stationary camera. Disable stationary. Okay, let's just try it. is like a developer's nightmare. They're just like, why are we going to spend hours just trying to figure this out? And it's like, I'm just going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. I gotta do that. Definitely not prepared to succeed at that right now. Or fail. Updated swing controller. Let's see. Okay. Damn it! Son of a bitch! I only say that because my tokens are limited now. And now I'm thinking about all my precious tokens. Hi, Ophi. How you doing? You happy? I'm gonna give you a pet here. I'm gonna say I love you. I love you. Okay. Alright. Excuse me. Sometimes you gotta stretch hard. And I feel like I'm getting lumpy really fast right now. So I gotta figure out my time a little better to go outside. Get some air. Just because I'm fucking up all my words today. I'm just gonna keep fucking up deliberately. Can't believe I put an hour into this, but I can't believe that it's almost working. And I'm really excited that it's almost working, so. Alright. Traversal camera! You're getting an update. Oh, a little beefy. Swing controller, you're getting an update. Excuse me. Now, if there's no compiler errors, which there always are, total rad, always at 100%. A tricky one to get in 3. I think all the ones he gets in 3 are ridiculous. It's not a matter of having a wide vocabulary, it's a matter of having all the luck in the world. Which you might. I should be aware of that. Now that I say it out loud, I get the impression. Luck is something to be had, people. You can have luck, you can catch luck, you can lose luck. But you can have it. Some people just have it. How? I don't know. And then yet again, can you make your own luck is the real question. Please don't fart on me now. Oh, for the love of God. Thank God. I defined the radius as total R, but tried to use it total rad a few lines later. Alright, swing controller, you better not look weird. Smells like good rice. Love rice. A lot of coffee energy coming out of this right now. Okay, swing master, no shortcuts, no truncated, boom, boom, boom. Double truncated, that's okay. Traversal camera. Stand underneath a horizontal, jump towards it, hold space. You'll catch the bar, cinematic will shut off. The camera will lock in place to watch your lips. You'll release in a perfect circle, perpendicular to the... I guess it would be parallel, but maybe not. Foot grind point. Do I need that? I don't think I need all that. Alright. 7, everything looks good. If this works, I can ask it to do a couple of things before my prompt, and then prompt and get out of that conversation and start a brand new one. Okay. Directionals work, strafing works, jumping, landing animation does not work. Grinding. Back to the basics, totally working. That works. Grinding. Back to the basics. Almost. We're not able to go backwards. So that means I'm probably going to face the same issue with this loop-de-loop. Let's check out the climbing. climbing doesn't work. Fuck. Well, that's a shame. Okay, after my second guess, only. Okay, whatever. Right, and so I've grabbed onto it, which means this needs to be. It's not quite it. It's on the outside of it. Alright, so we're going to stop that and change it to 1.3. We're going to adjust this branch radius to 0.05. Well, no. 0.1. Catch tolerance is going to be. Catch tolerance at that. Branch gravity. Okay. Let me make sure this actually works before I complain about it, because my brain is saying it's working. The camera movement is weird, but my brain is saying the catch is working. And that's because... Shit, left shift. Okay. So technically it's working. Technically I can go, run, jump, grab. Now I'm hanging on a branch. Does it look okay? Hi, Ophi. I don't think it looks the best. But it's almost there. So let me actually... I hate having to tweak this while it's doing it because I have to remember the settings, but... 2. Nope. 1. It's not quite 1. It's saying 1.45, but I'm saying it's 1.4. 1.35. Interesting. So that's actually... Wait. Nope, I need a better one. That's something better. Okay, we are very close, but I am at nearly 900k tokens in with you here. I will need to plan an exit strategy to begin a brand new conversation. To begin a brand new conversation to keep my development going. What I need is the full from beginning to end coverage of what we accomplished here, of where we started from. I believe an old conversation as well. Alright. What we accomplished here, no, within this whole history of conversation and working on the game, what we have discussed been implemented successfully and what we are working towards with everything. Oh god, did it... Stupid. TikTok's the worst fucking platform. My god. TikTok's awful. I hate you, TikTok. I've always hated you, TikTok. And you know what, TikTok? I'm leaving. That's it. You've detected inactivity. This is an activity for you. Goodbye. Boring ass, lame ass platform. Alright, TikTok's over. Which means I can do this. I have a few. Okay. It is important to have the best. Alright, in order to do what I'm asking it to do, I'm going to need to drop it the component codes that I have. And this thing, I mean, this is so rewarding. So rewarding only because it's actually doing what I'm hoping it's doing. So I couldn't be happier about that. Those red bubbles, I wish I knew what they were. I forget what they are. It's fine. It's fine. I need to drop off some of these. Those are components, I'm all pretty sure. Oh. Should I just... Ditto is cool. Cooler than nothing. Wait, no, I don't need everything. Okay. I'm confusing myself. Swing controller. Swing controller, and then this thing has swing branch. Sphere collider, poison flower. It has poison flower. Right, you know what? Fuck it. Risk it for my biscuit. Break everything at once. Which means... mostly working like before. Added a branch to swing and loop from. Still needs tweaking. Nope. Having vines is looking wrong. Will fix. And then ground animations are off after a jump. We'll sort. I don't know what that means, but check in. Save. While that's doing that. Or shelve? Am I doing it? I think it's... Wait a minute. Change sets. Yeah, so that's the... I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what branch is. I don't even know if I need all that. Fuck. Okay. I don't know. Let's check in this. This doesn't have anything. That's okay. Bouncy pad. Bounce pad. Let's just do this. Let's just do this and see what it gives me. While I go pursue coffee. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big stretch. Thursday. April 9th. Beautiful baby. Okay. This is a pivotal moment. Swing controller is getting an update. Oh lord, here we go. Traversal camera is getting an update. It's a math first 3D. Let's see. Back to Unity. Probably compiler error. I have a feeling. That's vibe coding, by the way. That's what vibe coding is. I have a feeling it's going to compile and something will fuck up. Nothing fucked up. My favorite. Oh, I'm cold. A little colder than I want to be. Jumping is fucked. That's okay, I'll fix that. That's okay. Grinding is... Grinding is fucked. I will get to, guys. This is... What I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that before I finish everything, but... Catches, it just doesn't move. Oh, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? No. Okay. Gonna have to fix the animation. Oh, just trying to get that sorted out. Let me take a look at my animator, because I really don't know how to figure that out, but... It's around a Paste complete. Okay. So wait. Jumpstart. Okay, so that's a jumpstart into a fall loop. Backflip action to the fall loop. Wolfie baby. Wait, let me just make sure I'm doing the right thing here. It's tiny. Okay, those are tiny. Come on. I know you want to come. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Offie, offie, offie. Hi, cookies. Hi, cookies. Hi, cookies. Most. I didn't realize that. Let's see. Tinky girly. Tinky girly. Oh, burps. We're gonna go with 3.1 Pro for this next set. Fuck it. Let's do it. Because why the hell not? Why the hell not? 3.1 Pro. Alright. We're starting a new conversation here. Hopefully this goes according to plan. This has the 1,000,000 token limit, and let's go for it. Pace complete, welcome to the jungle. In the meantime, I'm gonna go revert to Unity. Go check out how I can fix this. For loop. I really gotta figure out how to do all that, because I don't know how to do any of that. Oh, there. I was like, where did that go? My, oh. Alright. Before we get started, take a look at my current files hierarchy and let me know what else I can provide. So it works fine mostly except jumping. Figure that out. Pumping doesn't work, but I'll figure it out. So, what I will do I'm not gonna do that. Hate that sound. Amazon just has the worst sound. go girly. Okay, so I'm catching it properly. When I'm exiting, I'm doing that loop, so I don't want to do that. So this was smart for when branch is swinging is true. For branch. You okay? You okay? For branch swinging is true. And then when branch swinging is false, it no longer does that both. To any state. Nope. Make locomotion. Yeah, so if his grounded is true. Maybe it's not to follow, maybe it's to locomotion. You know what? I wonder if that makes sense. You can't get sick. You can't get sick. Even a little cold. You'll have to call out of work, Ophi. You won't be able to go to work. Okay. It is so nice to have you around. Don't like that you're hanging out in the closet all day. Alright, just want to make sure this... Not working properly yet, but I'll figure it out. That's working properly. Okay. Alright. Let's see what this new thing says. Actually, instead of that, let's fix something here. Great. I got the new one started. Well, I still have tokens here, though. Let's cover the animation issue I am facing. So my animation issue right now, I have the hanging animation set for when the player is holding on the branch. It looks right. When the player jumps off the branch, releases, it still remains. Looks right, but when the player releases, it still remains. The hanging animation does not go to fall loop. Also, after I jump, it now remains in the fall loop as opposed to locomotion or standing idle as I have it sorted. What would you need to see for transitions? Also, what is the deal with solo and mute? Is that going to impact how it works. Alright. That's totally cool. I might end up just at the cages on my own. Just because I would go Saturday otherwise. And I'd really like to get a whole crew of people together to do it, as opposed to do it. Because it would really cut down on the cost and we can max it. To cut costs and maximize the opportunity to use it. I totally get that it's a haul, though. That's why I was trying to have a get-together going after that, so it was more worth the trip for most people. But like nobody else is responding, so it is what it is for right now. Yeah, I got it. Let's... Okay. I did ask it to fix that. Stuck and fallen infinite hang issues. We need to look at the exit transitions in your animator. This is a classic conditional conflict in Unity. First, to answer your questions. Those are my questions, apparently. First, to answer your questions. Mute. This turns the transition off. It's like... I don't want that. I don't really understand. Fixing the jump. Your character stays in fall loop because it is either the transition back to locomotion is missing or waiting for the animation end. Fall loop to locomotion arrow. Is grounded as true. Uncheck this. I guess point 2. How would it know? Won't go to fall. When you let go of the bar, the ferret physically in the air, so the arrow should immediately jump to fall loop. Branch loop to fall loop arrow. Maybe I need locomotion. don't crash. Unity. Oh, it's almost 3 o'clock. Holy shit. There we go. Wait. I'm gonna not say that, but I'm gonna go back and say. Duh. I'm so dumb. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it makes sense. This does not make sense. I can just add branch loop here. Maybe that'll fix it before I actually have to go in and tweak it a little more. Okay. The change the transition. Let me ditch that. Try this one more time. Okay. For loop. I think I do need that. Wait. No, I think I need that. I need that so I trigger the branch grab. Okay, so yeah. All right. I think that last part was unnecessary. We're getting close to refining the game, but it's funny because it's like it feels like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. Where about 2 hours ago I started, things were mostly working fine, but the honest truth is I don't remember what iteration of the vine climbing was working okay, and I need to get that back at some point. So that's kind of a challenge in itself. Making sure the vine climbing works properly, because we split up how the camera works. And I kind of like this, where it separates, but I'm not thrilled right now. There's work to be done here, a lot of work to be tweaked here. I suppose updating swing controller can happen. You're fixing the frozen animation bug restate. Branch loop to fall loop. That's not true. So it should be working, but it's not. But if it has exit time. I mean, it's just 2.1. I am getting a little tired. I have done this since yesterday. I will probably work on it on my off time tonight and keep refining it. Let's see if this drop-in actually helps. I'm just a little tired. I think coffee is doing that to me. It's setting me up, and then at a certain point it just drags me down to hell. Directional is not working again. Okay. 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 That's like 95% of the way there. Okay. I mean, that's the concept. That's the concept. Only took 2 hours today. That really made a difference. Let's bring back the directional keys properly. Let's bring back the directional keys properly. Make sure that the camera stays on the player when the player goes on the branch. I have a couple instances where the branch is grabbed elsewhere from where I jumped. The camera is stuck in that spot. Like I successfully reach wherever they grab it, and the camera should be right there with it. Is looking correct right now, though. No more weird instances where the hanging and stays jumping. Things are transition. Now let me just try this one more time before I send that out. And I should save it. Alright, directionals aren't working. That's still working though. Interesting. Not sure why that's happening. Okay, we'll fix that. Then the swing of the vines is fine. Kind of works. Descending the vines is fine. It's just it looks kind of weird. Yeah. I mean, ugh. I don't want the grand sparks. I want My apologies for peeling my lip apart. Bad habit. We are up to 2 hours here. I said I'd wrap it at about 3. It's about now. I'm not opposed to wrapping. Allows me to peel my lip in peace and not worry about disgusting people. Okay. Let's see if that's going to help me, and then I think I'm just going to start to wrap it up. I didn't do any breaks today. I'm a little tired, but I had a lot of fun. Because while it is not perfect yet, it is getting there. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's literally... Did I do it backwards? No, I didn't. So far, it's pretty cool. Zach Braff. We need to add an offset, I think is the thought. We add an offset to where he grabs it from, I guess. Okay. Almost at the end of this window, and then I'm gonna max out another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Another one. I really should be wrapping this up so I can go do stuff. But I get so excited, and I can do this on my own without having to be on a stream to do it. Go figure. Go figure. The fact that it's mostly working is impressive, and that I have to go back and tweak some stuff. Not nearly the end of the world, because I have a whole conversation here with context that I can dig deep and find when my climbing was working properly, re-implement that logic. Okay, this is working, this is working, this is working, this is working, everything's fine. Back to a normal state. Takes damage. Does it slow me down? It's supposed to slow me down. I think it does a little bit. Grinding we will need to tweak and fix. Although grinding on a plain rail should be fine. We're having less issues with that. I am facing that. A little bit of resistance. That's what I'm seeing. Back to the beginning. Climbing. Let's test our luck here. Climbing isn't working. That's okay. So that's mostly fine. Right. I think I want to change it. Oh wait. No. Something doesn't happen. Camera's mostly cool and changes to wrench. Animation for handle idle is being replaced. Fall while swinging. Strands. Let's just say that. And then you know what? I'm going to call it here. I've done enough work to present, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't even fucking matter. They say it takes... You know what? Hey, Google, what's the 1,000-hour rule? There's it 10,000 hours. Alright, Google, you're useless. Hey, Google, what's the 10,000-hour rule? Hey, Google, what is the 10,000-hour rule? Oh my fuck, I'm looking like an idiot. What is the 10,000-hour rule? If that's a thing. I think it's 1,000. Maybe it's 10,000. Oh my god. Google is just being the death of me today.
The 10,000-hour rule is a concept popularized by Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers. It suggests that achieving world-class mastery in any complex skill requires approximately 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. The rule is based on research by psychologist Anders Ericsson, who studied elite performers like violinists and chess players. While it emphasizes that greatness requires immense time and effort rather than just innate talent, critics often point out that the quality of practice and natural aptitude also play significant roles.
It's true. Either way, putting in my time towards my 10,000 hours. That's what I'm trying to say. I am trying to, I'm not marking it, I'm not saying, oh, I've hit 900 hours or whatever. I am saying I am putting in as much time as I can possibly put in without killing my brain, ruining my experience, and falling apart while doing it. I'm just trying to solidify how success looks with this project. So, as I do that, there's a lot to look forward to and a lot to think about, a lot of consideration, really. just getting a little sleepy because too much coffee makes me tired now. That's how you know you're getting older. The static is back. This microphone I've had for years, but maybe I'm due to replace it with the other microphone I own. That I never ended up really using, but I bought with a stand years ago. And the stand doesn't help because my desk doesn't support those clip-on stands or those screw-on stands. Microphone support stands, that is. Which is why I have the table mic. Just need to wrap up here. I'm getting a little more sleepy by the sleepies. This is the baseline lock. Swing controller. Honestly, I'm very happy that I made the progress. Oh god, hopefully that doesn't fuck everything up. Oh, it wasn't done. It wasn't done! That makes a lot more sense. Traversal camera. Maybe this works. Maybe it compiles. Fingers crossed. Almost. Have to hold it. Okay. No way. I did it? I mostly did it. I didn't do it, but like it's working how I want it to work. What's curious is how it changes the animation there. Spacebar doesn't do shit. But left control does. Curious thought, curious thought. Almost. Okay. How did I do that? Yeah, bitch! Yeah! 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 End of the level! Ah! Wait a minute. A couple of animation tweaks need to happen. But honestly, that's fucking awesome. Just to say it out loud because it feels really nice. Can't make that jump, but I know I can make that jump, so I'm going to do that first before I get out of here, and then I'm going to be confident that everything I do for this next conversation is going to work out much better. That's it for today. That's it for today. It's fucking awesome! Climbing. I mean, I'll get back to climbing and fixing some of the vine stuff, but like, Holy shit. Short of the animation not always transitioning properly, which I'll fix. Okay. Alright. That's all for me. Thank you for watching. Very excited to come back tomorrow. I'm gonna put a lot of time into this. Like, I am very energized to keep this moving, and I'm gonna keep it going. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking out clips. Thanks for watching me do anything else. Fuck TikTok. We don't need TikTok in our lives. I'm gonna keep working. And hopefully when I come back, I will have something even cooler to share. My vines will be working properly, my sliding will be working properly, and my animation will look proper every single time I go for that branch vine. I'm like, today was good progress for 2 straight hours of just, and it really does take into account the last like 8 hours I did of that last night. I mean, I worked until like 4 in the morning working on this, so I don't know, I'm just excited, very happy, very thrilled with how absolutely this whole thing went. Today's been huge progress, and just one more thing before I go. The whole point of this development, this part of the development, was because I was working on getting up and up and up through the tower, and I realized, like, yeah, you can have these grinding things, but there's the inevitability of needing to have something to swing off of besides a hanging vine. And so now we have a branch that kind of mostly works exactly what I'm thinking, and we're gonna add some of those up there and throughout the progress, because I can start to litter that tower with these objects. Very briefly, my objects are poison bush. This one's hanging on a vine that's invisible, but there's a vine there. We have a pass-through platform. We have we're gonna rename this. It's not environmental test anymore. This is branch vine. No, branch 1. We'll call it branch model 1. We should probably put in a prefab. Original prefab. Okay. So that's defined there. So we have that. We have these curved vines, which are incredible. And we have these flat vines, which are incredible for riding on too. There's Zach Braff, our small character. This is the tower he's going to have to get to the top of by the time I finish it. Or at least whenever I finish it. Which I'm kind of excited about, because I have a checkpoint here. And I need to make sure that checkpoint works properly. I gotta figure out how. Do I have it in portals? No. Either way, I'll figure out a way to spawn up there, and then gonna have to have some swinging vines, swinging branches as the player makes their way to the top even further, which I might even make taller, but we'll see. We'll see exactly what that's all about. Very excited for the future of this. Very excited for how everything went today. Zach Braff has a ways to go. I'm done for now. This is like small chump change compared to what people make, but honestly, I'm very excited because today was huge development, and it gives me hope for the future of what I'm doing here. That's it. I'm out of here. Thanks for listening a million times over. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for everything. It does the things we want it to do, and we have a future to work on here. Until next time, ZeusMagoose. What? ZeusMagoose out!